Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Performance Trust Field. I am Matt Hockett, head of sports broadcasting and WATV, and I'm joined here with Tyler Abrams and Anna Thompson. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's good to have you. Excited about this first game of the Warriors season?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it looks like we're getting ready to huddle up for a second, and they'll probably do some starting lineups. We'll come back to you right after the national anthem. So get ready for some exciting action tonight.
Vikings on three. 1, 2, 3, Vikings. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Performance Trust Field here on the beautiful campus of Wheaton Academy. A special welcome to our guests from Geneva High School, their coaching staff, athletes, players, fans, and families. We are glad you're here tonight for the first game of the IHSA Class 1A season. The athletes are being escorted out on the field today by referee Dominguez, Mr. Scott Lightfoot, and Mike Rabella. We would like to begin tonight by introducing the starting lineup for the Geneva Vikings. In goal, number 1, Hayden Vostel. Number 2, Brendan McPherson. Number 3, Grant Havertine. Number 4, Layden O'Donoghue. Number 7, Christian Diaz. Number 8, Clayton Williams. Number 9, Trent Giasanti. Number 11, Ryan Leak. Number 14, Gabrielle Devinen. Number 19, Liam McDonough. And number 23, Aiden Leonard. Ladies and gentlemen, now introducing your Wheaton Academy Warriors. Starting in their number 0, Declan Finnegan. Number 2, Xander Ayala. Number 3, Caden Massey. Number 4, Jude Barton. Number 6, Evan Eckert. Number 7, Ryan Robert Platt, excuse me. Number 10, Haya Nasser. Number 12, Gabe Olson. Number 17, Josh Moriarty. Number 18, his twin, Caleb Moriarty. And number 22, Gio Nikoski. The Warriors are coached by Cody Stauffer, Alex Earl, and Drew Cessna. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would kindly please stand for prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Heavenly Father, we thank you for the opportunity to be on this field this afternoon. We thank you for the brilliant sunshine and the heat that you're allowing us to experience. We pray, God, for safety on the field, that all that is done would be honoring and pleasing to you. We pray this in your Son's name. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the playing of the national anthem.
All right, and again, welcome back to the first Wheaton Academy boys soccer game of the season and the first game on Performance Trust Field. It's 86 degrees and maybe a little hotter in this press box. How's it feeling here?
Just a little hot.
It's feeling a lot better, especially from the last couple of days. I know these soccer players are really hyped up today,
Yeah.
considering the fact that the rain delay canceled what would have been their first game on Monday.
Oh, absolutely. I think all players are happy to be here. I know this is Geneva's second game of the season. They lost in the first game, but it might be nice to have a game under their belt while coming to Wheaton Academy, because Wheaton Academy always has a target on their back when it comes to soccer. Anna, you were a part of the girls soccer program last year.
Yes, that's right, yeah.
Oh my gosh, how awesome was it to follow that run to state, huh?
It was great. It was so great. I was really proud of all my teammates, especially on varsity. It was great. I think they did really well.
What was the finish that we had?
They placed third.
Third in state.
Third in state.
And I know lacrosse kind of was doing it on that same weekend that week in June, and then they finished in fourth place, I think.
Yep.
And that one's tough because you lose in state, but at least you guys, if you had to lose, you end on a win. There's only two teams in state that can end on a win, third place and first place, right? I'm assuming we'd want first place, but boy, look at the maroon platoon file in. I think that's the maroon platoon. You think that's the Geneva fans?
No, I think it's whiteout tonight for us students.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're joined with a few JV fans in the stands as well. JV lost 2-1 right before this to Geneva, of course, on a late goal, 10 minutes left in the game. Geneva's got an early opportunity, try and take a little short hop off, not able to. So we'll try and give you the placement of some of the guys on the field as they're kind of in a little bit of a new rotation for the academy. Right now, of course, in goals, Declan Finnegan. Looks like Jude Barden is in the backfield for Wheaton Academy along with Xander Anaya. On that far side, do you see a number? I think I see Caden Massey, number 3 over there. Number 17 in the middle of the field, Josh Mariotti, of course, number 18, if you can find him. It's going to look a lot like Josh because, well, that's his twin, right?
Yep.
Caleb Mariotti. There's a chance up front really early in the game. That was number 7, Robert Platt. Looks like Gio Nikoski with a field goal attempt there.
He made it.
So, speaking of which, football starts their season tomorrow in Wisconsin. Well, the Warriors looking to get off to a quick start here in the heat. Probably in this heat, things are going to get slower, don't you think? 86, people start to get tired.
Definitely.
Yeah, you ever have any strategies when you're playing? You got to, of course, drink lots of water before the game, right? Not just during the game.
Yes, absolutely.
WATV reporter Hytham Nazar right there, number 10. Got a couple of WATV people, along with Tyler. You're a 3 or 4 year member. How many years have you been on WATV?
I believe it's just about 3 years. Been doing it.
3 years. So you're an expert.
Yeah, I'd like to think myself an expert.
So as an expert, what was your lunch video today?
My lunch video-
Tease the crowd for what they'll see on maybe Monday.
Well, it's an age-old segment that probably mostly the juniors and maybe some sophomores will remember. It's a little off-campus lunch special.
Oh, so giving strategies, seeing where we can go. That, hey, by the way, that was number 11, Ryan Leak, that got moving forward, but Wheaton Academy's defense knocking the ball out of play quickly. There's Xander Anaya making the play so far. So Geneva with the throw-in. Warriors really settling in, not a guy above the 25-yard line, so going to try and get as many guys in the box here and get a little counter. It's number 8 for Geneva, Clayton Williams for the throw-in. Hytham knocks it out of bounds. Cody Snoffer getting a touch there, the coach of Whedon Academy, along with assisting by, I believe, Coach Earl and Coach Sesnov. Coach Sesnov, a coach on both teams?
Yes, yeah.
Is that true of any other coach on that sideline?
Not that I'm aware of.
So Coach Sesnov, what does he coach, what does he help with on the sideline there?
I'm not exactly sure, but I know he is the
For
goalie coach.
For the girls as well? Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah.
Drew Sesnov played goalie for Whedon Academy when he was here. Makes sense that he's coaching in that position. I'd be a little, I mean, I guess he knows a lot about forwards too. He stopped a lot of them back in his time. A gorgeous night tonight. Tuesday's night against Batavia. The match got canceled with sideways rain and quite the lightning strike. Also, I heard on the news today that our own Willis Tower in Chicago holds the medal for first in lightning strikes for buildings, followed by the second greatest city in the world, New York City, in One World Trade Center. So 9/11 coming up, 20th anniversary coming up soon. We'll be honoring that. Whedon Academy with a graduate. Have you guys heard of the graduate's name that was on a 9/11 flight?
No.
He helped take down Flight 93. His name is Todd Beamer. Got Coach Pickard in the press box trying to give some hints over there. So he was famous for a phrase called "let's roll," and used that to motivate his people to take over one of those flights. I want to thank our crew here tonight. First game of the season, that's Gio Nikoski getting knocked down. Referee gives a direct kick but no card. What's going to constitute a card in that situation? Just gross negligence?
Well, I suppose you could say that. Or if they got the ball, if it was to get the ball, it was with.
They were going for the
Yeah.
ball. That's going to
Yeah.
just be a regular common foul here.
Yeah.
Looks like they're talking to him right now. Settle this thing down. But, you know, that's 2 fouls in a row, right? Did they learn from the mistakes? Did he try the same thing the next time? So maybe they know the rules and want to try and get away with them as much as possible. That's a good feed over there to Hytham. Tyler, you were looking at some of the stats from last year. Who are some of the guys that the Warriors are missing from last year that they're going to have to fill the voids of? We had some of those seniors from last year, right? Like Solomon Pitts.
Yep, Solomon Pitts coming in with 6 goals last season.
Sure.
Definitely some other juniors stepping up to take up the plate. Hytham Nazir, especially 28 goals last season, as well as Declan Finnegan with 75 goals last season. Definitely seems like a lot of these seniors this year.
That's a save. All right, Declan Finnegan's going to get a save, but not a goal on that situation, on that shot chart, my friend. If I heard Declan, the goalie, scoring all those goals, Tyler, I'd be shocked. By the way, there's Declan with a shot on goal, barely a goal or a save, but that counts. Okay, so, yeah, who are some other seniors that are gone now from that lineup? Because they all played a good role.
Andrew Ramirez.
Robert Platt with a feed, by the way. Just give me a second here. Ball across the 6. Just missed the opportunity there. That was Xander Anaya coming all the way up from defense with an opportunity, but a good feed by Robert Platt early. Go ahead, give us some more names. The seniors from last year, let's see, like, Ramirez is gone, right? Corbin Bates is gone.
Yep, as well as Ryan Batista.
Batista, huge presence with speed down the sideline. I remember that. Ball into the keeper, not enough for Hytham there. So, Anna, as we got a first game of the season, and you've got juniors that are now seniors trying to be leaders and sophomores that were on the JV team, now varsity. What does good leadership look like on the field?
I think I think they need to keep the team's spirits up and energy up, especially if you're down a goal. But even if you're not down a goal, you need to keep them up because it gets tiring and it's hard to keep going, especially on a day like today where it is so hot. And also just skill and grace and with the ball and on the field.
Yeah.
Always be strong in that.
You say skill second, you know? I mean, there is an element of leadership could be coming from the bench, right?
That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, of course, sometimes the people with the most skill become leaders on the field, but not always.
Not always, yeah.
Robert Platt with a nice ball off his chest, headed it to Hytham. Hytham controlling it here on the sideline, pulls the ball back, looks for support, doesn't find anybody. Gio Nikoski a little bit shallow there and coming towards him. Looks like free kick is awarded, and boy, he's reaching into his pocket. He's not pulling out the card. That would be bad. We need Hytham out there. So it looks like Robert Platt's going to be your lone striker up front. Hytham's handling the sideline here. We haven't said Evan Eckert's name much. He's right there in the middle of the field right now. Caleb Mariotti gets the ball, gives it to Gio Nikoski, sends a long ball over to Platt. Platt can chase it down. Just runs out of room, right into the maroon platoon as you see on your screen there. Maroon platoon, maybe give a couple of boos in terms of how it was thrown back to the keeper. There's Xander and Naya getting the ball back to Jude Barton. Jude Barton's brother, Asher, is on the team right now as well. He's joined on the bench. Evan Eckert gets the ball to his feet, looks to support. And a throw-in awarded to Geneva. No, to Wheaton Academy. I'm sorry. Xander is called back. So subs are going to be key, right, in this game?
Oh, yes,
especially with the heat here.
Definitely. I think you definitely want to take this time to utilize those subs as much as you can. We want to save some of those key players for later games, the upcoming games.
Yeah, absolutely. I think they have a game on Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yes, it is, but it is away.
Okay. Who are they playing?
They're playing Maine South High School in the St. Charles tournament.
Okay. So, I mean, obviously it's nice to have the first game at home, right? You know, there's
Absolutely.
some familiarity with it. You get to be in your own locker room. You kind of have a rhythm, right?
Not to mention this is a perfect opportunity to set the tone for the rest of this season as well.
Exactly, yes.
So you feel like the advantage of being home, I mean, if you could schedule a home game at the beginning, that's a pretty big deal because you give yourself a good chance to get momentum early with a win at home. Not everyone's going to win at home, right? But we're hoping that they win here tonight. And you never know, but it looks like Declan Finnegan, by the way, gave the ball out to number 12. That's Gabe Olson, and it just went a little bit too long, so Warriors give the ball back in their own 20. See if Geneva can take advantage. They're swarming the ball right now.
Uh-oh.
There's a shot. I don't think it was a pass, so Declan coming up. Declan looks taller this year. It's weird how that happens for about 18 straight years. You get a little bit taller every time. I'm no longer getting taller, which is a good thing.
You like the height that you are at?
I would say. I e-scooted over here from my house earlier today, and it gives me about another 6 inches, and I look like a giant. All right, so Warriors and Geneva settling down here for a second. Calm before the storm. Geneva looking to take a throw in. Maroon platoon faintly heard in the distance. Looks like they put stands over there in the corner specifically for us. Trying to maybe move that Maroon platoon out wide this year. Here's Robert Platt with the ball. Stays on his feet despite a rough tackle. Play on after a tough contact. I think Robert didn't get the first one as their keeper, number 1, Hayden Vostel, gets out there. Good play. So I think Robert got actually fouled on the first one, called play on, and then got fouled a second time and maybe a little bit of a flop. I think the referee's coming over with a discussion about that just to make sure, or might even be talking to the keeper on that one. Not sure if the keeper is motioning to the Maroon platoon and maybe the interaction behind the goal too. We'll see if that comes into play at all later.
They can get a little rowdy.
Yeah,
So.
I'd certainly think it's a distraction. Now, if they stay on that side the whole game, they're going to be behind us and the goal too. So it's an equal distraction, but we'll see. Ball's fed back to the keeper. That's passed, so he can't pick it up. Gio comes and gives good pressure on it, but Warriors not able to get to it. That was Caleb Mariotti trying his best.
That was a good feed.
Long ball. And Declan just finds it right at his knees. Goes down and grabs it. Oh, that camera feed reminds me to thank our camera operators. Ava Amado is our camera operator over there. We have Madison Cavan and Lydia Daniel up top. Kenneth Tolman directing, and technical director Mason Hockett. Big crew tonight. I think we're going to get some relief from the sun pretty soon. Those trees coming down in the distance there.
Let's
Although
hope so.
I like the sun. I do. I'm just shielding my eyes entirely. Looks like a foul might be called. I don't know if that's a throw-in. Robert's got the ball over there. Ball's, yeah, I think they're telling it to put it on the ground here. Number 17, Caleb Mariotti. Oh, I'm sorry, it's number 17, Josh Mariotti, right? So Josh Mariotti going to take this free kick. In essence, it's a corner kick, so we're going to see some sort of a play here. See the movement of everybody before the kick. Looked like it happened a little too early, so it gave it away, but they'll spread it out. Maybe it's a secondary play here.
Nice kick.
Hytham finds the ball on the ground, but they're going to call a dangerous play there on the ground, right?
Yes, yeah. That was a smart call.
Yeah, I think as he slipped, he could play it once, but he just kept on the ground, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely can admire his tenacity on the field, being aggressive in every play.
Absolutely.
Speaking of which, we've had some pretty big aggression here for an entire half, and we don't have or half of a half, and we don't have a sub in the game yet. We might start to see that soon. Start to see if anybody starts to warm up. Why do you need to warm up an 86-degree temperature? I don't know. That's 4. Jude Barden chasing it down. We're going to give the ball to Declan, let him kick it. So we've been in school for a week. You've had a round of block scheduling. Happy to be back. Sad it's not summer anymore. What is it? A mix of both?
I think it's still summer, but just about fall.
I enjoy being back in school. It feels like I got some rhythm. Number 11, by the way, came into the game. I don't know how he got into the game without us noticing, but that's Josiah Pitts in the middle of the field. Brother of Solomon, but I'm not going to call that any more like that because I know I have brothers that want to be named as not the brother of Matt. They would rather be their own name. There's Gio Nikoski. Getting the ball over to Mariotti. Back to Gio. Gio with a nice ball. Josiah, good control. See if they could spread things out. Got the ball to Jude. Ball's bouncing around, so he's trying to settle it here. Xander's running the sideline. Hytham says, right at my feet. We'll see where he goes with it. Tries to get it past and thread it to Xander. It didn't happen.
That was a nice run.
Yeah, does that happen often with like a midfield overlap with a defense there?
Yes, yeah. You'll see that a lot.
Xander chases the ball down, but he kind of looks like he's out of steam from that last run. You know, this is our first of a few. I think this is called a mask timeout.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is an IHSA water break.
I'll take this moment to just say, hey, why don't you, while you're on YouTube, follow us on YouTube. YouTube.com, Wheaton Academy ORG, but you know, the subscribe button's just sitting there. Go ahead and subscribe, give us a like on this page. Tell the people that are not watching, give them a text and say, hop on and watch this game. You know, on this channel, we've got a lot of things. We got Chapel. We got WaTV News. Got some fine arts events. What's your favorite fine arts event?
I personally love the winter show. The last year, I know they didn't have it on the YouTube channel.
That we made into like a film,
yeah,
a video?
the film.
That
yeah.
was awesome.
That was awesome.
You're a big Broadway show tunes kind of person?
I am.
Oh, man, I love Broadway. We did one from Dear Evan Hansen.
I love that musical.
That's a newer one, right?
Yes.
And things as old as, I think, what was an old one we did? West Side Story was an older one. So we kind of try to have a mix of both. I'm not giving you a chance to get out of this fine arts question. Favorite fine arts event?
It would probably have to be the percussion event. I know last year was Carol of the Bells, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever been in a percussion team?
Never, but it's always a sight to be in there, especially in person. Just watching the theatrics.
Yeah, and it gets a little loud. Which percussion instrument are you drawn to the most? Don't say cowbell.
It would have to be the giant xylophone.
Oh yeah,
It usually is.
Yeah. I mean, when I'm watching them, they seem to have like 4 mallets in their hands, right? 2 in each hand. I'm like, number one, how can you hit a key accurately every time with 1 mallet, let alone 2, and then you're doing it times 2? My parents tried to get me to play the piano and then the organ. That was a fail.
Oh.
I was not good at it. In fact, we had an organ at our house, and I still couldn't figure it out. Looks like Coach Sesnov's out there. So I think what we were talking about before is coming into play.
Yes.
Note how the Maroon platoon is over off to the side. I think they're probably saying we don't want anybody behind the end line.
Yes. That can be very distracting.
So now they're right up against the sideline. That official is going to hear from the Maroon platoon.
Yes.
Though it is interesting, there has been no major substitutions, and there's only 20 minutes left in the half. So it begs the question, how long are we going to keep our starters in there as the heat starts to cool off a little bit?
Yeah, you don't want to wait too long when someone's tired to take them out, right? Because then you're too late. And so it's a fine line of they're starters for a reason. They are probably the most skilled on the team, not necessarily always. You've got some people that come in off the bench and are supposed to give you that like 12th man vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think you're right, is how long do we wait? Right now I still only see the one, Josiah Pitts, in there currently. I would say the mask break helps, though.
I think it
I mean,
does.
it's an old mask break. Now it's a water break, but you're given, in essence, a timeout, and soccer never has a timeout.
Never. I believe we are starting to see some substitutions warm up at least.
Yeah.
So that is a good sign.
So the score is 0-0, but wouldn't you say Wheaton Academy has kind of held their possession a little bit longer than Geneva here so far? I mean, if we were going to do some math, would you say it's a 50-50 possession game? Great move by Gio Nikoski. Left open.
Oh,
Tries to pull back, holding on to it. Robert Platt wanted it a little earlier, but he drew a foul.
he drew a foul.
Excellent.
That was definitely a close call, but I believe it would be a foul. Wouldn't you say, Tyler?
I believe that it's an excellent foul for Wheaton Academy because maybe give them an opportunity to finally up the score.
Yes. Unfortunately, it does look outside of the box, so it is not a full penalty kick, but I think we will take what we can get.
So it looks like we've got a number of people sitting there. I think this is direct.
Yes, it would be direct.
So you got Jude Barden standing next to Robert Platt. Robert Platt's going to take this shot, 100%. Boom, against the wall. Ball skips through. Had a chance. We needed it.
So
Who was that? It
close.
looked like Caleb Mariotti, maybe. Number 18. I think
And that is, we will have a substitution.
here's that replay just so you can see it. And you see Caleb got through it. Had his chance. There's a replay I wanted. So Caleb's coming out of the game, not because he missed that shot.
Not-
Also, Josh Mariotti came out of the game. And our substitutes were, who did you see there coming in? Looks like number 8 for Wheaton Academy,
Number
Troy
8.
Erickson.
Troy Erickson, and maybe Caden Massey back into the game. I see Caden Massey over on the far sideline. See who we might have not seen before, because I think what they did was they subbed in a starter from before. So there's a good chance Caden came back in. So he took some and moved some things around. So let's just call out some names here. We got Robert Platt as Geneva looks to take a free kick here. On the far side, there's Troy Erickson and Gio Nikoski. Gabe Olson's into the game. Caden Massey, number 3, is right in the middle of the defense. Hytham's following and shadowing. Ball's at the feet.
That was
Excellent
very
save by
close.
Jude Barton.
Yes, very excellent, but it could have been. That was very close to an own goal, but that was a nice save.
Take a look at that replay for a second. Ball right there. Look,
Coming in just in time.
who was that? Number 8 or number 9? I had to see that again to check. But so that was. But Geneva just missed that. The ball went. If a high ball like that gets all the way down to the feet, defense probably isn't doing their job, right?
Yes.
There's another shot. Declan looked frozen. Looked like he didn't even want to. He didn't know how to move there.
I believe it is very hard to tell as from a goalie's perspective. It is hard to tell if it is going in or not, or if it's just past that sidebar. But yeah, he didn't look sure, but it was lucky.
All right, here, Evan Eckert in the middle there, trying to get some control. Robert Platt, I think we're going to say that name a lot. Got great skills with his feet. Dragged down to the ground. You can see Jude Barden there setting the ball up. Wouldn't be surprised if you see the ball trying to get over to Troy. And Roberts' feet. There's the ball over to Troy, just not far enough.
Just a little short.
Give them a chance to counter. That's number 7, Christian Diaz, trying to make a run for Geneva. All ball there.
All ball.
But the ball does skip on out, and they're going to award a corner kick, it looks like. Or a goal kick because it was off. It was off Geneva. Yeah, a goal kick is awarded, so great play there.
Great
Who made that
save.
play? Was it Gio?
Yes, it was. It was Gio.
Luckily didn't get the yellow card.
Yes.
What?
He came in at the right way, which is good. Otherwise, that might have been a card. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, and on top of that, play in the box too, so
Yes. Yeah.
good work there. The slide tackle is tough to commit. You have to go for the ball. There's Jude with a good stop. Good control, too. Just didn't give the ball away. He's got open space on the side. Coming down, trying to send a
Nice.
long ball over
There
to
it is.
Troy.
There it
Goalkeeper's going to have to come all the way out.
So close.
It's Hayden Vostel taking that ball on the ground.
Stays with it.
Hayden with a feed over to Erickson. Or Hytham, sorry. Back to Hytham. Back to Erickson. They're playing their own game right now. That ball goes out. Maroon Platoon just watches it with some hustle over the fence. Good.
Despite it still being a tie game, it's still excellent to see how Wheaton Academy is keeping the pressure up on the Vikings.
Exactly, yes. It's a very even game right now, but
Substitute coming into the game, Gio Nikoski, being subbed out for Josh Mariotti, number 17. Robert Platt taking the throw-in for Wheaton Academy. Good shield there by Geneva. I think that was number 11, Ryan Leak. Okay, Warriors going to settle down here. 12 minutes left in the half. Boy, Troy plays a great ball on his feet. Just missed Hytham there in the middle. Ball back. Geneva's been good on the counter. Hasn't had a lot of possession in the middle, but these big plays scare us.
yes, definitely.
Looks like the ball skipped off of the head of Geneva forward. So Declan will get the throw in. Leak, number 11, had the header there. All open field, nobody there for the pass. And you could see Warriors getting a little sloppy with their passes. Ball's getting caught up in the air. On turf, you want the ball to kind of just skim right across and control on that ground. Send the ball over to Hytham, and that pressure worked out well, so the Warriors are going to get a throw in. Robert Platt going to give the ball back to Xander. Xander throws it to Jude. Jude likes the long ball, but plays the ball short. Back to Xander. Hytham with a nice little backdoor
pick.
pass,
Oh,
and a throw-in is awarded there.
that could have been close for Wheaton Academy, but unfortunately it just got out of hand and it was a goal kick for Geneva. And there's a foul called on number 10, Haytham.
Well, guys, the sun's behind the trees. It just feels nicer.
It's beautiful.
We've gone from oppressive to beautiful on the course of 30 minutes. There's Troy Erickson, but ball went off of a Geneva foot. So Warriors with the throw in. That's Gabe Olson giving the throw in to Hytham. Hytham gets in the air. Troy gets a step on his. Sends the ball over to Platt. Just went a little too forward. Needed to hold on to it a little bit longer. Yeah, great possession there for the Warriors, getting the ball back. I'd say the Warriors holding possession well against Geneva so far in the first half.
Very much so. We'll see how it keeps up in the second half.
Of course, we got a number of people watching the game online. I know former players, former students. I mean, a couple of my favorite students of all time, Luke Lanham, Anthony Lombardo. Both my favorites because I know I can beat them in golf. You heard that here on the mic first. I love golf.
I'm not as familiar with golf, but I know a lot of people have been getting into golf these days.
Well, I do have a hole-in-one, but that doesn't make me an expert. That makes me very lucky. Ball back to Hytham. Oh, and Hytham's one touch. I'd rather have a little extra touch and survey things a little bit more. Geneva with some pretty good energy here on defense. Makes me nervous how quick their feet go sometimes. Warriors just with a great defensive line. There's Caden Massey sending the ball back into the middle. So on that defensive line, you have Gabe Olson on the far side over there, number 12. Number 3, Caden Massey kind of tracking the ball right now. There's Gabe putting the ball out of bounds. And then behind them, Jude Barden and Xander Anaya. Looks like Gio's getting ready to come back into this game. We've called his name a number of times. That's a beautiful shot right there. Love that. Sunset, flag.
Looks like they're getting ready for another substitution here with Gio and number 18, Kayla Mariotti. Look like they're getting ready to head back into the game after this possession.
Yeah, 7 minutes left. They're going to be able to go hard and all the way to half, probably. Oh, good ball there by number 3, Grant Havertine. And just missed the head of his target. So Warriors let up just a little bit, and all of a sudden they're at the front of the goal.
Yeah.
So we got Hytham Nazir subbing out with Gio, number 22.
And then Mariotti came in for Robert Platt. Platt, being in the whole game so far, needs a break. And my guess is if coach can get away with it, he'd give Robert this time and 10 minutes, right? So it's a good 15 minutes.
Yeah, it seems like he's definitely trying to kind of spread his starters out, try not to have them all in one place during the game.
Warriors get awarded a kick after it looks like Pitts hit the deck with a arm in his back. Warriors play a short ball here. Barden dribbles it up, gets the ball to Eckert. Eckert to Mariotti, and Mariotti, Josh that is, gets shoved in the back. So this is an opportunity. It looks like Barden's going to play the far side. Massey sent him forward. So Barden has come up a number of times here. So is this normal to see defenders move into a set play up here?
Absolutely, especially when the time is running out. I think it is key to have extra players up there.
Olson with a hand up says, here we go. Tries
Beautiful.
to put it up. Boy,
So
that was
close.
tough for the keeper to get and almost impossible for us, unfortunately. Barden, the other thing is, and here's that replay here. You can kind of see, they make a beeline, but they don't go to the back post like that. So I think the ball just went a little bit too far there. Ball, it's a little light with the heat in the air, so sometimes the ball carries a little farther than you would normally want it to. Well, hello, sun. Where'd that come from? Shines bright in our face one more time.
Oh, on Geneva. Or, excuse me, Wheaton Academy. On number 12, it looks like, Gabe Olson. Or, excuse me, again, number 22, Gio.
Caden Massey with the challenge there. Back to Gio. Well, you can hear the Maroon Platoon getting a little bit louder, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a physical game. Physical not only because these are two teams. Here's the foul on the replay. Good replay there. Gives me a chance to shout out our director inside, Kenneth Tolman, and Mason Hockett on our technical director. Gio with the ball. You know, they want to assert themselves. The stronger survive. They want to they're trying really hard. So sometimes it's just a matter of effort and just missing a chance. And number 3, they could be just be tired, right? Their feet are a little sluggish. That step around the person instead.
Yes, exactly. Uh-oh, giveaway.
Yeah, another counter. That was number 14, Gabriel Bolvin for the Vikings. Throw-in awarded for the Vikings here with 3:20 left to play. 0-0. Both teams have a couple opportunities, nothing too dangerous. Truthfully, I'd say that Geneva's opportunities were scarier moments than Wheaton Academy's here, but Wheaton Academy with most of the possession. Xander with a quick throw-in to Caleb Mariotti. Good trap. Going to try and extend Geneva and see if they can get him to follow here. Tough touches there. Got to get the ball back to Declan at his feet. We don't want to do that too often. And no one touches it. It goes out of bounds, so Geneva gets the throw in. Good shield there by number 7, Christian Diaz, getting Barden out of place. Didn't able to take advantage. Here's Josh on a counter. Oh, and he just missed it. He needed to get that pass to Troy.
Right idea.
Yeah. Perfect line. So Geneva with a throw in with 2 minutes left. Just so you know, at the halftime, we'll give you an 8-minute break from our broadcast. And we'll come back and rejoin you about a minute left to play, or a minute left in that halftime. Oh, a little controversial there. I'm not sure who he called it on. Barden says he didn't touch him. I agree. Might have been from behind, but that was number 7, Christian Diaz, selling the play there. Here's the foul again. Looked like he was just off balance, but Geneva gets a free look at it here. Minute 34, they'll slow things down. Number 4, Landon O'Donohue delivered that strike. Came up a little bit short. He gets the ball back. See what he does with it. Gives it to number 3, Grant Havertine. Havertine with a nice move past Caleb Mariotti. Bolvin. And Geneva earns the foul again. So they'll settle it down and try and get this last possession, maybe even. Take their time. Grant Havertine here. Ball in the air. Looks like Barden was the one that got his head on it. It's a long shot of this replay, but see if you can see Barden get up.
Big chance for Geneva here.
Absolutely. This is, in essence, 3 free kicks all at once. They're playing a short person really close. They do feed it to him.
Uh-oh.
Back over. That was definitely a design play.
Definitely.
Pitts doing his job just to get it out of play. 8 seconds left. Foul is called with 5, 4, 3, 2. I knew that was going to happen. They didn't have to touch it, and they kicked it away. The guy's going to get a yellow card probably for a delay of game. I think that's Gio walking off the sideline, so a second one there will get him out of the game. Yeah, Hytham comes back into play, right? Worst case here is that they get a free play out of it. Now, unless he takes a shot on goal, I don't think they can score.
Yeah.
After that, the time will. But he can get a shot from here, so Declan needs to be aware.
Here we go. Nice block.
Yep. I mean, this is a tough matchup with Geneva for a first game. 0-0 so far. What do you like so far from Wheaton Academy?
Definitely the just overall tenacity and aggressiveness, especially from athletes like Gio Nikoski, just the absolute physicality, just being able to get back up after tough falls and pushing through those fouls.
Yep. Yeah, Anna, what do you like?
I agree with Tyler, but also I think something that will maybe even help them is if they incorporate more subs. I noticed that they were subbing, but mostly their starters. Maybe in the second half they can utilize their other subs. But yes, the tenacity was great. I think they need to keep that up and maybe give just a little bit more, and I think we could be scoring goals.
See if we can make some changes for the second half. We'll rejoin you in about 8 minutes. Thanks for being here. Tell people that you know that this broadcast is happening. It's a good game. Give them the link. We'll see you in a little bit. Okay, everyone, welcome back to Performance Trust Field, August the 26th. Well, my commentator, Anna, said it's still summer, even though we're on the fall schedule here at this point. We'll take a look at some of these replays here for a second from the first half as we get started. Here they are. Warriors' best opportunity happened right there on the strike from Robert Platt and the Caleb Mariotti miss. Warriors doing a nice job of possession. I mean, that replay shows you pretty much everything that happened. You know, we got a lot of foul calls and not a single yellow card, right? And here's one of Geneva's possessions, ball at the feed and just missed it. I mean, that gives you a good sense of how close this game is right now. Both of those teams, a lot of good stuff in the middle, but not a whole lot in front of the goal. I think both goalkeepers, both Finnegan and Vostel, doing a nice job. Starting to cool down. Sun's out of the way. There's not a whole lot of wind. I mean, these are pretty ideal soccer conditions.
Looks like the Maroon Platoon getting back hyped up.
Well, I see we have it on the shot there, right?
Yeah, that was beautiful. Beautiful shot.
Throwing their signature baby powder.
I'm not a big fan, but we might see that again, I suppose, during football.
Looking forward to it.
So Maroon Platoon is now shifted over. That must be because it's behind our own goal, right?
Yeah.
So now if it's our own keeper, we can do it. We just couldn't be a distraction to the other keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the word was that they were encroaching a little bit behind as a distraction. Makes sense. Looks like Troy Erickson's into the starting lineup here in the second half, and he did not start the game.
Yeah.
We'll try and analyze here who's not in the game right now, and I think it's Caden Massey. I don't see a number 3 out there right now, so that might be our one switch. As Troy is behind, and he played a lot in the front in the first half. Maybe a little different strategy already early on. And here comes Troy out of nowhere. Look at how fast he is. Oh, my word.
All ball.
Gets up, puts the ball across. Oh!
Take that.
Looks like, was that Hytham that took that or Mariotti? That was Mariotti.
That was Mariotti.
Good energy there at the start. Looking for Robert Platt. He's on the near side here now. Evan Eckert in the middle. Josh Mariotti on the far side.
Oh, here's for Robert Platt.
Ooh.
Had to, you know, if he could have got it before the bounce, he would have had a chance, but keeper came in and he couldn't make contact in that way. It looks like, ooh, no call, and the official's right there in front.
That was testy.
Must have said he got ball first. Okay, there's a play here now. Free ball for Geneva. Number 4 for Geneva, O'Donohue. Good with the long ball. Geneva hasn't taken advantage of those. Declan here, trying to focus. Plays a short ball in the box.
Nice move there.
Yeah, excellent.
Barton.
Excellent crossing.
Barton, a senior. Am I right?
A junior.
Junior.
Or no, sorry, senior.
Name some other seniors out here today.
Well, we got Hytham Nazir, obviously,
Sure.
one of their top scorers from last season, as well as Xander Anaya,
Yeah.
who's not on the field right now, and Gio Nikoski back on the field again after being taken off in the closing minutes of the last half.
You know, Xander's an interesting story because he really was a leader on the bench last year, but he didn't play a ton because of, I believe it was Solomon Pitts he was playing the same position as, and Solomon was 3-year starter. So Xander now coming in gets a lot more field time and really does have a really strong voice. Some of these guys on as seniors on Project Lead as well, one of our leadership things here. Okay, so here's Caleb Mariani with throw-in. Take that back. Here's Troy Erickson with a throw-in. Coach yelling out some advice to his Geneva Viking players. So Geneva with a 2-0 loss to Marmion at the start of the season. Start of the season, I mean, at the end of the season, you kind of have an asterisk next to some of these games because you're learning as you go. You get better. You might play the same team again. But they have a tough schedule. You know, Marmion, Wheaton Academy, Bennett, Naperville North. These are some big-name schools. They're not going to play Wheaton Academy again unless they maybe play them in the regionals or sectionals. But Geneva's a pretty big school. I think they're 6A or 7A in football.
Oh, wow. Definitely bigger.
Yeah. We were going to play Batavia on Tuesday, and they're the biggest of all schools. They're in the 8A division. Barton with the ball. This is now perfect soccer conditions. Lights on in the field. Shadows coming in all directions. Erickson misplays that ball. Number 7 for Geneva. Still with the ball. Christian Diaz tried to get the ball over to number 8, his teammate Clayton Williams. Geneva with the throw-in.
There's a chance. There's a chance.
Oh, that is so dangerous, huh?
Very dangerous.
Ball played off the head of Geneva Viking and then right there at bar level.
That was definitely close. Here's Wheaton Academy trying to get it back over on the opposing side.
Robert Platt trying to break through the defense. Just can't quite get it to the second half of the field.
Nope.
Robert's got great footwork. I'm always impressed with soccer players, how fast their feet can move in a short period of time. They have all these little choppy steps. Here's Geneva with the ball. Oh, my word.
That was close.
Played off the foot of Trent Giansanti, I think is the last name there. So, what a tough play. Wheaton Academy just trying to get out of the way here. As a goal kick is awarded. Look at that shot. Oh, that was number 9. I'm sorry. Yeah, that was Trent. So Geneva definitely a little bit more on the offensive this half to start with.
But here comes Wheaton Academy answering right back, or they tried, but now it is a throw in.
Well, there's that old adage, good offense is, the secret to a good defense is a good offense, right?
Yep.
You're not going to have the ball on your side of the field if you're attacking. And right now, that's Geneva. Their keeper's coming up past the 20-yard line, feeling confident. Barden just kicks the ball away, so the Warriors definitely have to refocus here. Is it water break yet? Throw in for Geneva.
What a throw.
Looks like goal kick is awarded to the applause of the back line, the Maroon platoon. Barden trying to get the ball out to Gabe Olson, but it looks like Gabe was out of bounds when he got it, so Geneva gets possession again. Geneva keeps possession.
It looks like we're about to have some substitutions. Number 3.
Number 3, Caden Massey, and number 11, Solomon. Number 11, Josiah Pitts.
There you go. Caden probably going to come in for Troy Erickson, who just got literally shoved 2 hands in the chest to try and create space. Eckert trying to chase the ball down, does. Nice job there.
Way to keep it
Pulls it back, gets the ball to Platt. Nice step over there, finds himself with some space.
Nice
Down to
ball.
Erickson. Erickson just missed Mariotti streaking down that right side.
Nice settle.
Mariotti, number 2, Caleb in the middle there. Erickson looking for support, didn't find it, had to turn on his own. Going to be awarded for Geneva throw-in. That's going to keep our subs on the sideline.
Here's a chance.
Diaz with the ball. Tried to find someone back on support in the middle. No one was there. Hytham getting the ball over. Tried to hit Platt. Platt not able to get down there. And looks like Fostel's going to be able to pick it up. Scotty Murray on the sideline too, warming up. And done warming up. Coming over to the side for throw in. And Wheaton Academy going to get these subs in for us. Let's see who they sub out for.
Evan Eckert subbing out for Caden Massey, Josiah Pitts. Looks like he's subbing in for
Mariotti, maybe?
Mariotti, looks like.
And then I don't know who that third person was that came out. But Murray into the game as well. So it looks like Massey is now up front. So Erickson was on offense, now he's on defense. Massey was on defense, now he's on offense. And I think maybe Robert Platt is out. Yeah, he is. So that's who Scotty Murray came in for a second as Scotty hits the deck trying to save it from going out of bounds. And there's Scotty. Scotty, a 6-day member of WATV News. And then on the 7th day, he went to another class. Ugh.
Unfortunate.
It happens. Small school woes. Sometimes we only have a certain number of elective offerings in a certain period. Here's Scotty Murray.
Here's a chance.
Make it up, Scotty.
What a, so close.
Well,
Close goal.
one could say that the subs have at least currently worked. We've got our possession 2 out of 3 times. Here's Scotty. Good
Nice
move
feed.
there. Looked like he kind of got his foot jammed underneath it. Ball went a little bit higher. Classic knee under the ball instead of over it. Caden Massey with a chance. Just misses. Actually, kind of lands on the back of the number 4 there, Landon O'Donohue. Scotty there, but Vostel taller. His hands up.
Oh, just out of bounds by Geneva. Wayne Academy throw-in. What a long ball.
Scotty holding off the defender, so a throw in here for Wheaton Academy. Looks like Eckert's getting ready to come back into the game. He had a quick talking to by Coach Snoffer, so that's a quick breather for him. Boy, Scotty's got all the energy in the world right now. It's been helping.
Definitely a change momentum at the
Absolutely.
beginning of this second half.
There's a problem. Lone defender.
Uh-oh. Here they come.
Punched the ball out, and Declan saw it. He's just going to have to kick it out of bounds. Slows it down. Beautiful play by him, though. Sub coming in for the game. Evan Eckert subbing out Troy Erickson at number 10. Branstead coming in for the Vikings. Troy looking weak. Playing a lot of minutes and going hard the whole time. Throw in for Geneva. Like a corner kick. Boy, that thing goes far, and a corner kick is awarded off a deflection for the Warriors. Corner kick is where everyone's at right now. Little kids everywhere. Front row seats. Here comes Geneva looking to play that short ball. As you see them coming down the sideline again, they'll tempt it. See if Wheaton Academy gets it. Nope, they're going to play long ball this time. Another set play. Ball bounces. Eckert finds it.
That was nice.
Pitts on the follow-up. Warriors just trying to move your whole line at once. Massey not able to handle anything. Ball went out of bounds before that, so the Vikings will get the throw in. So Eckert's in the back. Oh, no, that's Barden. I'm sorry. So Barden's pretty much the anchor there in the back. No, that is Eckert, number 6. So they moved him back. He was a little bit forward in his midfield. Now he's playing.
Oh, Xander Nye pushing up midfield.
On the back. There's a foul from behind. So that's Massey hitting the ground. So we'll see if the Warriors can take advantage here. This is a good opportunity here at the 35.
Big opportunity for the Warriors.
Gio Nikoski set himself up. He's going to try and find the head of someone here. See if they make the movement.
Nice ball.
Yeah, you look at that. So Massey up in the air. Massey gives him a little handshake. But Voss still able to get to the ball before. So they want to play that ball just a little bit shorter. Gabe Olson, nice header down to the corner. And ball goes sailing out. Let's take a moment to talk about our upcoming schedule here for the Warriors. I mean, as you see it here coming up, talk about some of the games that you think are notable here, Anna.
Well, looking at the schedule, I think Timothy Christian High School, that away game on September 16th, I think that is pretty big. We have always been pretty big rivals with Timothy Christian, as well as West Chicago on the 18th. That is also an away game.
crosstown rival, but West Chicago was a former state champ, right?
I believe
You
so,
know,
yeah.
2 years ago. Last year we played them. It was a really tight game. It was here, but they have a new turf field. Did you hear this?
Oh, no, I did
Yeah,
not.
brand new. So it's going to be fun to get out there and just support that. Yeah, what else? Because Timothy Christian's in our league. West Chicago isn't.
Yeah.
Anybody other league play there?
I believe St. Francis is in
Yeah.
our league. Yeah.
Yeah.
We are playing them at home, which will be very exciting. Make sure you come see that on September 28th.
September 28th. And you said Timothy was home or away?
Timothy is away.
Okay. I know we lost him away, too. We lost him 3-0 last year. So it's not just a flip-flop every year, whether it goes home or away. Sometimes they try and go 2 in a row just so that, certain players get a situation at home or away. All right, big throw in. Man, those are dangerous for Geneva. And there's some conversation being had by the player to the referee, but I don't know what he could be arguing about there. Okay, sub, since it's a goal kick. Scotty gave all he could in 5 minutes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you asked for it. You wanted a sub to come in, play a little bit more active minute, right? So I think we got that. Boy, that is a look at the beautiful sky on the wide shot there. But Robert Platt back into the game, and I don't think we would argue a decision to get Robert Platt back into the game. Robert looking to make some moves.
Here he comes. Stays with it.
Caden tried to get it back to Robert with that overlap. I really like that idea. Mariotti shielding off. Back to Mariotti. You're seeing double there.
Oh,
Hytham tried to get a step there.
so close.
Well, let's talk about our upcoming broadcast here. We're going to be broadcasting girls volleyball next Wednesday at 5:30. Now, that's a pretty flexible time, as the JV game might end up going a little bit longer. We won't start before that. We may start after that. But a big school against Batavia. Girls volleyball coming off of a loss against Glenbard South. They lost in straight sets on Tuesday. Cross country, they came in, I don't think it was 10 teams. I'm not sure if they came in third or fourth. Sheldon Powell led the Warriors, the guys, breaking the 16-minute mark for the first time in his career.
Wow.
So shout out to him. And a staple name of girls cross country, Lily Lebo, took first place for the girls. So, took first place for Wheaton Academy. Didn't take first place for the girls. As I don't know if we're going to get a zoom in on that. Can you see who's being stretched out there on the sideline?
Looks to be.
Could that be
Scott?
Barden?
Where's that? Scott?
Nope,
Oh,
that's
no,
Barton.
That's Barton.
Barden for the win. It looks like he was just trying to keep his legs loose in there, right? Don't you think cramping could be an issue here?
Big issue. We noticed that in the JV game, too.
Yeah, you're right. Well, it was hotter then, too, wasn't it?
Yeah, much hotter.
Right in the dead of the sun. Heat of the day. It looks like Erickson wants to come in, but I don't know if he can't because this wasn't an official dead ball, per se. I don't know. They might have rules against water. We're talking to Coach Bickard, who's in here working the scoreboard, and at halftime he went down to talk to the officials. There's an observer of the officials who has worked many a state game on the scoreboard. He's watching all three officials here tonight, so even the officials kind of have some coaching going on throughout the game. Looks like the ball will be played from the backfield of the Geneva defense. might play a short ball if they can. Wheaton Academy has to decide if they want to pressure that or not. Rim platoon's pretty close to the end line, if you ask me.
They're pretty close.
I'd ask for a couple of steps back, but if I was a keeper, I might get a little distracted. So as the play comes in, it looks like Wheaton Academy might have a couple of subs coming in on the next dead ball.
Yeah, we got Troy Erickson and Gio. Looks like they're trying to get ready to come in on the next dead ball.
Gio playing, well, both of them playing really significant minutes for Wheaton Academy tonight.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. There were two very high scorers from last season. So it's important that they get out there and try and finish this game strong.
Anna, what position do you play in soccer?
I play a goalie. I'm a keeper.
How stressful is that?
Very stressful. But it's also great at the same time because you feel really good if you can get away with that win without letting any goals in. That's a nice shutout. But it's very stressful.
Absolutely. You ever get to a shootout, penalty kicks, or at least one penalty kick in a game?
I have not in a game. I'm not in a game, but we have practiced it. We did practice a couple times, and yeah, and it was. I think that's the most stressful part. I will have to say. But yeah.
I also played keeper in high school.
Really?
And I was always stressed on a 0-0 tie.
Oh yeah.
That it would come down to penalty kicks. Now I don't think tonight will, because it's not a conference game, so we'll just end on a 0-0 tie. If it ends up that way, we hope that we get the victory, but so we don't have to worry about that as much. But I would think, some keepers live for the moment.
Definitely.
Looks like a foul is called. Gabe Olson falling to the ground there. And Geneva kind of kicks the ball a little bit further. Last time we tried to kick the ball a little bit further, we got a yellow card. Watch this as Geneva doesn't like what they saw, and he just kind of runs the ball out and just kind of makes it go even further to the corner, not allowing us. That's a delay of game just like the other one. So
Yes.
it's a decision officials have to make if that's worthy or not. The other one happened to be right at the end of the clock possession. So Barden going to take this kick. Pitts, nice job with stabbing at it.
Oh.
Trying to get the ball to Platt, not able to, so. Grossklag for the throw-in. Yes, me, that was an illegal throw-in with a little bit more spin on the ball, but ball is still continuing to play forward.
Wow.
Platt chasing the ball down. Ball never went out of bounds. Advantage Warriors here. Mariotti had a header right to Massey, just off a little bit. If he could have gotten it to his feet, he had numbers there. There's Josiah running through the ball. Nice job by Josiah getting the ball back to Josh. Josh misplays it on his feet.
Uh-oh. Here comes the Vikings.
Leonard for the Vikings getting the ball over to number 10, Branston, and the ball goes out of bounds. Throwing award to the Wheaton Academy. Branston throws his hands up. Got all kinds of subs. You named two of them already. Erickson and Nikoski. And number 9 coming into the game for Wheaton Academy. Give me a name.
It would be Braden Vanderveld.
Vanderveld, first time today. I don't think we called his name, did we?
I don't think he's been in.
Fresh legs. What year is Braden?
I believe he's a senior this year.
Okay. He came in for the exact same position again. I don't know if Platt's getting tired, if they notice something. He's right next to the sideline there. So Platt giving a breather here, Braden coming in, or, better question, maybe bring Platt back in for the last 10 minutes really strong, right?
Oh, so close there. Just unlucky.
There's Gio with a little pressure there on the backside. Gabe Olsen came all the way up. Eckert, nice job on the defense there.
Way to step up.
Absolutely. Physical play, but playing the ball the whole way. Important part of the game. Oh, tried to make a decision. Looks like Massey's back there on defense. Tried to get to Eckert. Eckert actually faked to Massey out himself. Massey, though, makes up for it. Good defense there. Warriors look like they need possession right now. Kind of just playing kickball.
Looks like they're getting tired.
Need someone in the middle. Need the ball to the middle. There's Mariotti to Mariotti. Tried to get the ball to Hytham, but no go. So that's the control in the middle. Opportunity for Geneva. Leonard not able to touch it, and then I think that's more of a frustration shot. There's a cramp by Gabe Olsen. He's down on the ground, so trainer's going to come out here for Wheaton Academy for a second. And number 20 looks like brother of Jude.
Yeah, Asher Barton coming in.
Barton's going to be coming in for, looks like number 18, Caleb Mariotti, yeah? And it looks like Scotty just came in, and that was because he's going to be subbing out who's on the ground, which, who did we say? It was number 12, Gabe Olsen here. I hear Snoffer giving out some commands as you've got Gabe Olsen, who's been anchoring the defense so far, right? Coming out, and now you're switching up some lineups, so you're in danger of miscommunication in the backfield. So this is where we would prefer good offense for a second to give Gabe a chance to come back in so that we can get him back in on defense. Well, in basketball, because the benches are so close to our broadcast booth, we have a post-game live bringing in a player or a coach. It's hard to get that same thing, but I think we need to start introducing it. After a game, we'll go down and grab someone. Today, no post-game live. We'll give you a wrap-up, get you moving on to the rest of your evening. Warriors with a throw in here. 14:30 remaining. Ball skipped through by Vanderveld. Barton there, Asher Barton playing the ball in the middle. And Warriors just can't hold possession right now. Eckert's got time, settles, actually works through that.
Stuck with it.
Yep. Oh, it counts as a shot. It was right at Finnegan. Finnegan wasn't surprised by it, but that's a strike you don't want to see late in the game. Josh Mariotti out to Vanderveld. Throwing for the Vikings. Warriors sporting their new home jerseys here. These maroon jerseys, solid maroon with white numbers on the back, stripes in the front.
That was a nice run from number 2, Kate. Xander, excuse me.
Xander and I, and it looks like jersey over his head for a second. He wasn't taking a shot. He was really trying to cross it. Ball went and skipped past the goal. Well,
subbing out for Robert Platt. And,
Robert Platt into the game for Vanderveld, right?
Yeah, it looks like Vanderveld's on the sidelines.
Then it looked like Barden came into the game. Maybe for Xander. Xander didn't even run off the sideline because he was on the sideline. So he's going to take a breather as he stretches out on the bench for a second.
Goal kick for the Vikings.
Sorry.
Eckert swarmed by Geneva Vikings. Barden clearing. One more defender to get past, but Robert cannot get past. Nice support there. Mariotti flying down the sidelines. Oh, no, that's not Mariotti. It's our buddy Scotty Murray. Scotty definitely brings the hustle.
Definitely.
There's Josh Mariotti. Gio now putting a little bit more pressure. It just feels like, and here's number 9 for the Vikings. Boy, but Massey somehow able to get his foot on the ball.
That was very impressive.
It feels like the intensity's picked up in the last 5 minutes. I think both teams don't want to end on this 0-0 tie. We're going to see some chances being taken.
Here's one. So close. That was a shot.
Gio with a good strike, hard strike, far enough out where we didn't have the defender to really support this. See where that closest
Outside
or
of the
that
box.
offensive guy, Robert Platt, not able to get near enough on that drop. Barden with the challenge in the air. Eckert with a nice step forward, throws his hands up, kind of frustrated, didn't have anybody to get to there. Asher with the pressure. And the pressure from behind by Hytham helps the Warriors get possession. There's the ball in the middle of the field we wanted, but all right, Gio makes up for it. Dribbling forward.
Oh.
Tried to find Asher Barden. Geneva's coach yelling out instructions, getting a little nervous. Warriors with a couple of extra opportunities that we didn't see at the start of the second half. Ball is played hard to Platt's foot, and he just couldn't do anything with it. No control. So Pitts coming into the game for Asher. Asher brought us good minutes. Eckert out of the game, subbed in by number 18, I believe, Caleb Mariotti. All right, so we've got 8:05 left to play. Geneva with the ball at the 25. Both teams trying to figure out how to get possession. Not only possession, but an opportunity. There just haven't been that many good opportunities in front of the net. Both teams maybe have a pair of them, and that's it. So Geneva's not a part of our conference. Geneva's a big school that we need to play for our record, for our status when it comes to state seeding. And Anna, you were talking to people beforehand about that postseason.
Yeah, that's correct. I was talking to some of the players, and they were mentioning how last season they didn't have a state series to go to because of COVID. And so they were talking about how this season they really want to put some emphasis on getting to state and where they want to be seated in that state ranking.
Yeah, great ball there by Platt to Gio. Oh, man, Xander with a challenge. Just looked like number 7. Diaz able to get his foot on the ball. They try and pass it through the box. Mariotti gets to it. Ball still at his feet. There's a swarm of players. And somehow, look like number 10, Hytham, able to get a shot, but deflected. Here's the counter that is very dangerous. Geneva bringing 3 guys up to our 4. A through ball, and right at the last second, Jude able to get a slide tackle. Huge excitement popping off. That was a big chance.
Yeah, that was a nice stop by Jude.
Yeah, Barton has definitely been coming in clutch for the Warriors this game. I think it's his 3rd save for this game.
Yeah, Barton anchoring the backfield for sure. Leadership there. Here's a corner kick for the Vikings. Gio able to head it out. Platt settling at his feet. Find the ball to Gio. Back to Platt. Platt holding the ball now up the middle. Tried to get the ball down to Scotty Murray, but it was deflected. Xander had to play a short hop. Was able to get it. Platt's on the ground. Maybe a cramp. Staying on the ground, even though possession for the Warriors. We'll see if they stop it in a second. He doesn't notice it because Platt got up. There's Barden stepping forward. 5 minutes to play and energy times 2 from what was at the start of the second half. I would say both teams know the value of this win for their record. Geneva can beat Wheaton Academy. There's a shot on goal and just wide. Gio missing the right-hand side. And Platt's down on the ground again. Here's a look at that shot. Steps forward at the 30-yard line, 25, and big-time shot. I swear it missed. We missed it, and they missed it. All right, so looks like Platt's walking out on his own power, but definitely fell down in the box. Geneva player number 13 acknowledges his hard effort by slapping him 5 on the way out, or number 12, I'm sorry, Grossklag. Hard work on both teams. I don't think it's been dirty tonight, has it?
No, I wouldn't call it dirty. I would call it aggressive, but not dirty.
Absolutely. I mean, they both want to win, but I don't think anything's been mean-spirited, and we've seen that every once in a while. No one really targeting one specific player. Here's a foul there on Pitts. Similar to what we just saw there. Pitts just going hard for the ball right now. And I think, judging by the referee not giving out any yellow cards except for that one delay of game, he recognizes that too. Snoffer giving some applause to his team, probably more trying to reel in the excitement here at the end. Focus, we need this next possession. Barden delivers the kickball save out to midfield. Looks like Massey got on. Ball on his head. Coach Snoffer calling out Mariotti's name, wanted him to interact in the defense here. Nice little touch ball to Hytham, back to Gio. Eckert wanted the ball in the corner. Gio held on to it and deflected as he tried to center it. 3 minutes left to play in this game. 0-0 tie, about 5 shots apiece. Before we go too much further, again, I want to thank our camera operators, Ava, Lydia, and Madison tonight. Technical director, Mason, and our director, Kenna. I'm Matt Hockett. I teach sports broadcasting and TV classes, and I'm joined by Tyler Abrams, a member of the sports broadcasting class, and Anna Thompson, a member of girls soccer, and a volunteer, which actually Kenna Tolman is a volunteer as well. We have sports broadcasting has to sign up for 8 different events, so these are not that Tyler wouldn't normally do a game, but he's getting credit for it, people. He's earning his, in fact, leave a comment on YouTube to tell me what grade we should give him tonight. Public opinion, that would be dangerous. Maybe you get your friends to watch.
I'm definitely open to some criticism.
Well, that too, but Warriors trying to get a foot on it. Barden saying hold off. Declan can pick the ball up with 1:30 left. Warriors deep breath. Geneva, it feels like Geneva's got control of it right now.
What a punt by Declan.
All the way down to the 30, huh? Ball at the feet of Eckert. He's able to find it.
Eckert has been all over the field.
Absolutely. He's played a huge role both on defense in the second half and the midfield here now. 1:13, and everybody's cheering for the same thing. Both teams, high energy, 1 minute. What can we do?
Hope for the best.
Hope is not a good business strategy.
That is true.
Let's go hard. Here we go. Massey's trying to shield him off, earn a goal kick, but instead a corner kick is awarded. Massey still onto the ground. Yes, he is, but he got up. 40 seconds left to play.
Big chance here for the Vikings.
I would say. They had a lot of opportunities come off of set plays like this. Maroon platoon in the background. No distraction there. Barden got up, missed the ball. Ball at the feet of Pitts. Pitts trying to clear it, unable to. Geneva still in the box. Barden with the head out. Geneva putting the ball back into the middle.
10 seconds.
10 seconds left to play. Ball still at the feet of Geneva.
Oh, no.
Misplayed there. Declan Finnegan finds the ball, catches it at his waist, slams the ball on the ground, and I think both teams, pure exhaustion tonight. Both teams should be pleased with how it went. This is the last save by Declan as he somehow managed to find it. Both teams not even able to congratulate each other. In fact, I'm not sure in COVID protocol world if they're allowed to. But it looks like handshakes all around, smiles for the most part. 0-0 tie. I mean, it's why people hate soccer and why they love it.
Exactly.
By far a very well-fought game by both teams. Honestly, just the amount of tenacity and aggressiveness on the field was just amazing by both teams. But I imagine it's probably frustrating for both Geneva and our very own Warriors just to not even get their first win this season.
Yeah, so Geneva goes in now to Game 3 with a record of 0-1-1. Warriors 0-0-1 with that tie. Undefeated still, though. Have not lost, and that's a big deal when you're playing a school like Geneva. So great tie here for the Warriors tonight. We've learned some things. Glad we got a chance to call out a lot of these different names. I think you were right, Anna. Subs did play a difference there in the second half to give us a lot of energy, but both teams had the ball in the box, just not able to convert as they went forward. Maroon Platoon flooding the field. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. Thank you to our crew and for everybody that got to our live stream live. Feel free to continue to share these live streams out to family and friends. Thank you for joining us. Leave comments about how we can improve. And we'll see you for our next broadcast. Join us for our girls volleyball game next Wednesday as they take on Batavia High School. For all of us here at Studio 22 and Wheaton Academy, I'm Matt Hockett. Have a good night.